Hello, Earth Angels. I have a couple things that Spirit mentioned could be put into videos because they could be of assistance. And then before I could sit down to do this, I was delivered a lesson, which adds another thing to the list. 3 in total on my little yellow sticky. I always fly by the seat of my pants, and it's been a weird day, so I will apologize in advance if I have a harder time tracking than I usually do. But then there is this one thing I want to start with that isn't really meant to be a possible assistance. There could be some people that came upon these videos and really nothing resonated exactly, but they decided, oh hey, yeah, that sounds like a cool thing to be. I'll be an Earth Angel. And of course, it's free will. People can label themselves in whatever way they want to. But if some of you kind of did that and are kind of thinking, well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but you know, it is kind of cool. Here is one way you could tell. If you are advertising it, if you are going around telling people that you are an Earth Angel, if you're approaching people and mentioning it without them indicating that they think you are, or giving you any real lead in, if you are all of a sudden telling yourself that you can be going out and producing miracles and healing people and you are volunteering, you're probably not an Earth Angel. That is feeding an ego, and I'm trying to be gentle about this, but most of us Earth Angels are just the opposite. We don't bring it up unless we feel relatively safe. In these videos, people commenting, it makes a lot of sense because we're trying to form a community of support so we don't feel so alone. But most of the time, we don't share this. We're humble to a fault. You know, what we need to work on really is to not be quite so humble and to take more credit for who we are, the people we are becoming, and our earthly accomplishments. So that's just one little tip off if you've been wondering. If you are kind of wearing it like an I'm an Earth Angel badge and, you know, feeling an elevated sense of esteem since you decided you were one, probably it's time to let that go, because that's really not how it works for most people anyway. And I'm sorry if that hurts, but Spirit indicated it needed to be addressed for some reason, and I'm not always instantly obedient, but I usually get around to it. And they just don't want anyone, you know, fooling themselves and maybe having some repercussions that could come their way. Okay, so put that out of the way. One thing that really confused me was when I had recollection of a couple past lives. I had done a regression, well, 2, and recalled 3 lives in each of them. And then I had independent recollection so that I couldn't say, oh, you know, I probably was just under a hypnotic spell or whatever. You know, I really couldn't question it because they came right in. And I thought, now wait a minute. If I am supposedly this angel who came to Earth, how is it I have past lives? I haven't been hanging out on Earth. I'm an angel, for Pete's sake. Well, the way it was explained to me is going to seem kind of goofy. You know, I could go into that there is no time concept, you know, that there can be several timelines happening all in this moment, but I have honestly never been able to grasp that very well. And so I'm grateful that Spirit came up with kind of a corny analogy for me, and I think it explains it very well. So, you know, on TV shows, if there is a spy that is going undercover, they are handed a dossier, I think is what it's called, with all the details about their life that they're taking on to memorize. You know, it's important that they have the facts of what's gone on in their lives in case they run into someone that asks them a question. You know what I'm talking about, I think, unless you've never watched TV or a spy show. So basically, when we choose to come into a lifetime, we are given a dossier of past lives, you know, so that we have background, we have history, we have karma and ancestral wounds to heal, and, you know, all that good stuff. So if that is something that has confused you, it doesn't mean you're not an earth angel. It just means you were given your special details to accompany you in this lifetime so that you could accomplish what you came here to accomplish. All right, so that one's out of the way. Now, energy. I already talked about in the survival guide that, you know, we are targets for people that just love our energy, even if they don't know why, and come after it. But I wanted to mention another thing that I have observed in my life. Sometimes you meet people and you don't even have really discussions with them, just maybe some social niceties, and they react very oddly to you. Like there's just something about you that pisses them off. They act like they are repelled. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it has happened to me a few times. And I had to ask for an explanation because it was like, what the hell did I do? I was just standing here being me. I didn't say anything offensive. Why did they act like that? Well, there is something about our energy that can bring up in people, I'm not sure how to explain it exactly, a recognition of their own output. That's the only way I can think of to put it. There's something about us, they may not recognize us as divine or pure or good, but it brings out some kind of negative reaction in them because something in them recognizes that they need to be working on things. And you know what that is. It's like, here I'm going to talk about my lesson. You know, some things we just react to, like, I don't want another effing lesson. I'm so tired of lessons, you know. So if you have noticed that there are people that are repelled by you and you have not understood it, it is something, oh, okay, got it, thank you. All right, basically there's something about our energy that holds up a mirror to some people of a certain vibration, and they don't like what they see. And you think, how could something like that happen in just these tiny little social interactions? I don't know, people, it's energy. There's something. We're meant to trigger certain choices to examine or choices to run away from examining. All I wanted to say is don't take it personally. Just as we have that ode to angel energy that some people want to be close to or to take from us, we also have something that repels people. So, you know, it's not you. It's not anything you've done wrong. It's just how we're wired. I know, why are so many things in our wiring causing us to be feeling isolated and lonely? I don't know, I guess, because we're strong enough to get through it anyway. Now, I know there's one more thing. I gotta look at my cheat sheet here. Here's my cheat sheet. Oh yeah, okay. The lesson. I was trying to avoid it, I guess. So in the very first video I made, I remember something about, you know, getting to that place where we really wish that we could have a miracle or something really good happen in our lives. You know, it's what we did from our other home. And in a way, I suppose, you know, we do our best to bring little miracles to people just by bringing them encouragement or support or just some, you know, sunshine. But for us, we start to feel like we're being left out of those unexpected, lovely, heart-warming, hope-giving miracles. So I'm going to tell you a story about a lawnmower. I know it doesn't make sense, but sorry. See, when I get that itch, it's either my nose or my lip. I know that it's something important, so I can't dodge this one anymore. All right, so I had to buy a new lawnmower, and I'm not bitching about my old lawnmower because I got it for $20 and some green herb that is legal in my state. And it's a rebuilt Toro, and it lasted me almost a year. So I'm lucky, you know. But I live in a place where they require you to maintain your yard, and I needed a new lawnmower. I have a small car, so I couldn't just drive the 30 minutes to Lowe's or Home Depot and throw one in my car. And I don't know of anyone that has a bigger rig that would be willing to go pick one up and haul it back for me. So I ordered it on Amazon. And it was supposed to arrive today, and I have been kind of counting the days because, you know, all of a sudden my lawn is growing like crazy. I've been out there with the weed whacker trying to make it look not quite so overgrown so that the management won't be yelling at me. And I looked today, and there was a new thing that showed that the driver was actually in my area. And I waited and I waited, and still no lawnmower. Then I got notification from Amazon that the driver had not been able to deliver, couldn't find my place. Had a call to UPS, had a call to Amazon, had another call. You know, it was a big fiasco. But all of a sudden, I broke into tears. I got off the phone, concluding I was going to have to wait till tomorrow. And I just started crying. I'm crying, but at the same time I'm thinking, why the fuck am I crying? It's just another day. It's not that big of a deal. What is going on here? Then I got pissed off at the post office because it's a screwy thing here where, you know, the guy that owns the town or the little community I live in wants to give us our own addresses where delivery people could actually easily find us, and the post office is insisting on a stupid address that doesn't get people anywhere near our actual houses. I mean, so then I was pissed off at the post office. I am crying because I'm sad, and I'm crying because I'm mad, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Well, I started talking to Spirit, and I was like, I don't get it. What is the big deal? You know, it's just another day. I mean, I certainly should be used to waiting. And then the light bulb went on. I just had my fill of waiting. I have been on hold in so many areas of my life for a time of introspection, healing, confidence building, you know. It's been just life on hold, and it's been very tough for me. And there's been one situation in particular that has been extremely hard on me. And I realized it was a trigger to get me to release, because I just told Spirit, it's just more waiting. You know, I know it's just one day, but it's more waiting, and I just don't think I can be doing this waiting anymore. Something has to shift in my life. So, sometimes those triggers, they don't make sense, but this one did. We're told we are co-creators, that we control our own reality, and I haven't been able to budge because it has been the plan for me to just sit and cool my jets and to process certain things. I don't really understand it, but I have understood that's what's going on. And I have tried very hard to surrender to not having to know everything, and I've tried very hard to surrender to the timing, but for some reason the Amazon screw up with my lawnmower just set me off, and there I was with my light bulb moment. I just can't be kept on hold anymore. Something has to shift. I can't sit around waiting for miracles. I'm going to have to do something. And, not in the one situation, because I don't want to mess with it. I want it to go how it needs to go. But not on everything in my life. So it was like, this has to end. I just had my little fit and proclaimed that, unexpected miracles aren't going to be happen. I can't just be sitting around twiddling my thumb, picking my nose, scratching my ass, whatever it is. I was worked up, as you can tell, waiting for some unexpected miracle to happen. Obviously, I need to do something to get out of this rut. Well, guess what, people? My phone rings, and it's my neighbor. And he says, I just wanted to let you know that the Amazon van pulled up in front of your house, dropped off a big box, took a picture, and left. And I'm like, what? Because I had been told the driver had left the area, that it wouldn't be until tomorrow. I go out, and there is my lawnmower sitting in my front yard waiting for me. So, you see, I got my unexpected miracle. Yes, maybe it is just a lawnmower, but somehow, after the conversations with Amazon, they got that lawnmower from the UPS driver that had already left the area and got it onto an Amazon van and delivered it to me. That was certainly an unexpected miracle. So, for those of you who have had lives that have convinced you miracles are not for you, if you think you are exempt, no, you're not. As I learned today, I am not. Things can go wrong 100 times. It doesn't mean on the 101st time they can't go right. But some of us have just been let down so many times that we don't want to allow ourselves to believe that things can go right. I didn't expect this. It may not be a miracle on a parting of the Red Seas kind of level, but it certainly was an obvious nod from the universe to me that I need to maintain hope and faith that I can also have wonderful, unexpected things happening in my life. And I wanted to share that with you in my long rambling way, of course, so that you won't give up hope either. We can have them. Yes, we used to be behind them happening for other people, and we've been feeling like somehow we have been put on an exclusion list. But they can happen for us too. And if something like that could happen with lawnmower, certainly something even bigger could also happen, because I didn't see that one coming at all. And I guess that's how miracles work, right? I'm not all that familiar with them. But I think that often they are unexpected, and when we have given up hope, or when we have finally surrendered, when we finally said, screw it, you do whatever you want, I'm tired of fighting. All right, this may have just been a really long ramble, but if you made it this far, I guess there was something to hang on to. Or maybe you were hoping it was coming, but guess what? I'm at the end, so if it didn't come, it ain't coming. Anyway, guys, I know this is not an easy path. I'm hoping that for all of us, there is going to be a shift into happier times. Love yourselves, and I'm sending you love also.